The final movie we watched this week was requested by the Nico himself, that being the 2018 film Twisted Pair, our first Nell Green. What the fuck's this guy's
Breen?
name? Neil Green? Some shit. Nico, please tell us about it.
Golly.
Yeah, go for it, Nico. You got this, brother. I believe in you.
Twisted Pair is about Neil Breen, who is a twin AI supercharged man who also has another twin who's evil, and that twin is kidnapping lawyers and tortures them for days on end. Meanwhile, that doesn't have anything to do with Neil Breen's character, who stops a man who has a fairy in his capture. I think that's what happens. Also, his wife or girlfriend or whoever betrays him.
Dude, you explained that better. You got a better understanding of that movie than I did.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
What's your fun fact, Tanner?
Fun fact, Neil Breen considers all of his films to be semi-autobiographical.
Huh.
What does this one have to do with his life?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's a semi-autobiographical version of this?
He can leap 3 stories in a single bound or something.
Dude, he is like your average Joe Chuck Norris. Extra fun fact, I said this during the movie, they had to fundraise for this movie so they could produce it, and they only fundraised $7,000, and that was the budget for this movie.
Very funny.
Rankings?
Jackson, you want to rip the Band-Aid off?
I'm at a flat F right now.
I don't think I'm going to be that mean, because you can still get some kind of enjoyment out of this film. I'll go D-.
Let me fact check myself. Tanner, go ahead.
This is easily a so bad it's good movie for
No,
me.
no,
I thought
please
it was
don't.
funnier than The Room, in fact.
Oh.
I'm in between an S- and an A+.
Maybe I should go with my original ranking just to counteract that.
It's up to you, man.
I was gonna give this an F-, but also... Well, I mean, Who Killed Captain Alex is an F- for me, and that's pretty equal.
Who Killed Captain Alex is an F-?
Base?
For me personally, yes. I don't fucking care what you think, Tanner. You gave that shit a C+.
Yeah, but, like, you're comparing Who Killed Captain Alex to, like, Puke Vomit Puke Chamber or whatever the fuck, which is insane.
There are different variations of unwatchable. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'll just give it an F-. That's what I gave it before. I think this movie's boring as shit and it doesn't make any sense.
Unfortunately, I do think that while there are parts of it that are very entertaining, especially in the beginning when you're first, like, fucking getting dropped right into it, a lot of this movie is just swaths of nothing, where it is pretty boring.
Yeah, genuinely, the only part that really made me laugh was when the building just kept fucking exploding at the start. That shit was hilarious. I was dying. But this is kind of like a Brotherhood 5 situation, right? This is the movie I'm comparing it the most to, where, like, the intro is fucking hysterical because it's just nonsense. But then, like, most of the rest of the movie is just, like, bad. You know, there's, like, random minor moment of, like, this is kind of funny, but most of it's just really fucking bad. And Nico can attest to this. I was passing out watching this. I was struggling to stay awake. It was rough, you know. The plot makes actually no fucking sense. The production is obviously fucking terrible. The acting is atrocious, you know. I mean, this movie represents its budget very well. Genuinely, I think they did more with the budget than we could with $7,000. That's just me, though. But yeah, it's just a fucking ridiculous movie, and it just put me to fuck to sleep. Like that first scene with the explosions, that shit was hilarious. I'd watch that again. The rest of the movie, basically, snoozer.
I do have a question for you guys. I had already asked this to Jackson. I got his answer. If we were given the same budget for this film, like let's say like same resources that he had at his disposal here, and we had to make a film that had the same general plot synopsis as this one, could we make a better movie?
Refer back to my answer 15 seconds ago.
No.
Jackson has 0 faith.
I think we could definitely make a better movie. I don't know that we could make a more entertaining movie, though.
I mean, if it's better, is that not by default more entertaining?
No.
They equate to the same thing in my mind, so I guess that's where we can agree to disagree. I do genuinely think that between all of us, with our somewhat... I don't know the word I was going to try to use. I do think we'd be able to make a better movie. I think we all have our talents in our own ways.
I think we could make something that passes as more technically proficient and perhaps cleaner story-wise or whatever. But then I think we'd just be left with a kind of boring and generic film that isn't funny in any way for being bad.
Yeah.
I think I can agree with my husband.
Which one?
This time I'm thinking of going a little Polly and picking Tanner.
God
Whoa.
damn it. Okay.
Yeah, everything you guys are saying is totally legitimate. This probably just kind of comes down to... I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Life is Beautiful over whether the film worked on you or not. In this
There are
case,
a lot of
worked on you in
parallels,
the wrong...
honestly, now that you mention
Yeah,
it.
exactly. This one was like my personal Holocaust.
I just can't get behind the whole "it's so bad it's good" thought process. I felt the same way about Cats and Dogs, and I still gave that shit a C-. So I can't follow your mind.
I mean, Dylan, I think your problem is you're actually trying to like take the movie seriously. As soon as I saw what it is, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna laugh at how bad this is. And also, like, I'm just in general a big fan of boomer core. I think boomers are a funny people, and Neil Breen is just the fucking epitome of what boomers are in everything he's doing in this movie.
Listen, dude, I think saying I take... Well, if you're saying I was trying to take this movie too seriously, you're probably right. To say I take movies too seriously, though, I think is probably not correct, because, like, I'm the most lover of all movies in this regard. But, like, when I know that the movie's aiming for something and it just drastically misses it, I think that's an entirely different case. So, like, now, do I think that they tried to make the best movie possible with the resources they had at hand? Yes, this is 1000% a passion project. However, I don't want to sympathize my rank with a passion project, because in that regard, every movie is a fucking passion project in one way or another, unless it's some big fucking corporation that wants to make money. Then that's different. But The Room was also a passion project, and I gave that shit an F, so, like, if you're gonna make a passion project, make it a good passion project. I'm kind of in Nico's vein here, where it's
that's a very
like...
based opinion, Dylan. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tanner. I just can't get behind your thought process here.
Listen, I think everything about this movie is wrong and done poorly, and I think that's funny. I think it's I find this movie funny the same way I find, the Hail Hitler song funny. Because some person had to make this, and this is what came out. Like, there was effort put into this.
Somebody had to think of it.
And that's what's so funny about it to me.
I mean, that's fair.
The level of ineptitude on display here, I find endlessly entertaining. I mean, you guys saw while we were watching it, I was busting a gut almost the entire time.
Yeah.
But alas, do you have any other thoughts on it?
I can't wait to see where this averages out somewhere in, like, the C's where it doesn't belong.
Well, I'm sticking with my D-.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my flat F.
Yeah, F-. This shit's unwatchable.
Tanner, which of the two are you going for?
I'll go the lower of my two. It does start lagging a bit too much at the end. So, A+.
Awesome, thanks. And that lands at a D+ overall. It almost clawed its way past Cats and Dogs.
Thank God.
Whoa.